Hello and welcome back to my channel called Keith's Classroom. I've had a lot of inquiries asking me about these different things you see on your computer screen right now. Down here at the taskbar, I have many things down on my taskbar. That's at the bottom of your screen here. Your screen's going to vary. It's just going to depend on what you want down on your taskbar, and you may not know this, but you may know this, I don't know. But you can put whatever you want to down on your taskbar in Windows 10 or even in Windows 11. So I will explain to you what some of these things are, because I've had a lot of inquiries about what in the world is down there. So I'm going to tell you. Okay, so on the bottom left hand corner here is Start. That's the Start button. Whether it's in Windows 10 or 11, it's still the Start button, bottom left hand corner. And then to the right of that is a magnifying glass, which is the search. Now in Windows, this is Windows 10, but in Windows 11 they took the search bar and they flipped it up here at the top. But this will allow you to search your computer for something, or you can search the internet for something. One of the things that I type in here all the time is because Microsoft is constantly turning off my screensaver, which is a USA flag. I like flying it, but every time I restart the computer or they do a security update, it turns it off. So I always have to come in here and type in screensaver, and I don't have to press enter on the keyboard, neither do you in Windows 10 or 11, and then the choices will come up. So I can click on this choice here, the top choice, or I can click on this one. They both go the same place. But this is the flag screensaver that I have. And usually, after I restart the computer, it will look like this. It'll look like none. And so I always have to change it back to this one. And then I have, in Windows 10, you have to click Apply. In Windows 11, I don't think you have to click Apply anymore. I think they took that away. But then you got to click OK to get this box out of the way. Alright, so that's what that's for. Now this is an alarm clock. Matter of fact, I haven't set it yet for today. So I see now it's 7:45. So you click it. Oh, let me tell you where it is. If you click on, let me get rid of this for a second. If you click on Start, and of course I have Open Shell on my computer, once you click on something, it always appears here. Of course, there's the clock right there. But on your case, if you've never used it before, we got to go find it. Let me do this again. It's under All Programs, regardless of whether you're using Windows 11 or Windows 10. It's still the same. If you're using Open Shell, it's the same. So you just kind of scroll down here to apps, because the clock is an app, and there's the clock right there. This is the clock that I use in Windows 11 and 10 in order to set an alarm clock. So again, I'll come back down here and I'll click this. This is my alarm clock. Let's see, let me think of where I have to go today. Oh yeah, I'm working out of town today, so I gotta leave a little early. So I'm gonna leave this for 9 o'clock, but today is not Thursday, it is Friday, right? So we gotta change this. Now let's see here, we change it this way. So you gotta click up here to get to the time, to edit the alarm. And here you change it, you uncheck that, so you click it, it makes it go away, and then you click Friday. Now you can repeat the alarm every Friday at 9 a.m. it'll go off, but I don't necessarily want to repeat the alarm. But I want it to be Friday. And I like the tone, the jingle tone. Here we'll listen to it. They got all kinds of tones, but I like this one. Listen to this. Isn't that pleasant? It's not startling, but it's a nice, pleasant tone. And even if I'm listening to music, it'll still play. And then I look down in the bottom right hand corner, it'll pop open a box, and I can snooze it, which I've never done, for I think 10 minutes, or I can dismiss it. course, if you dismiss it, it won't go off again. So anyway, it's going to go off at 9 a.m. Time to go to work. Friday. I'm going to save that because I do want it to go off at 9. It gives me enough time to get my stuff together and get my shoes on and head out to where I need to go. And then you just close it. And then when you close it, it's sitting there, and at 9 o'clock or whatever time you set it for, that alarm will go off in the bottom right hand corner. So this next little icon here is Copilot. On Windows 10, Windows 11 I think recently changed it. I can't remember what it looks like. I think it's similar to this though. But a lot of people have reported that it's come off of the taskbar because Microsoft has put it onto the Edge browser, and here's the Edge browser. And if you look here in the top right hand corner, there's Copilot. Now let's close this out. So anyway, Copilot. This is Copilot. Whatever you've named your computer is what it's going to call you. For the longest time, it kept calling me Call, C-A-L-L. I'm like, why are you calling me Call? And they're like, so Copilot says, what's your name? I said, it's Keith. And so ever since then, it's been calling me Keith. Good morning, Keith. What can I help you with today? Well, okay, so let's just type, what will the weather be like? What will weather be like? And then sometimes you don't get this right though, okay? Sometimes he gets it right, not 100%, but 98% chance of rain. So you might want to take an umbrella. It's 43 degrees. And so you could talk to him just like you talk to a person. It's really remarkable how they have AI. This is artificial intelligence. Really amazing that it has got the knowledge that it's got. He's always evolving, always learning. Doesn't know everything. I've caught him a few times. I was at a customer's house the other day introducing Copilot to them, and I said, what's the temperature out? And they said it was 80. Now this was in rural Athens. They said it was 83, and it was not 83. It was like 71. And I said, no, you've made a mistake. It's not 83, it's 71. And he replied something back like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm still evolving, and I'll get it right the next time. So then I asked him again. I said, what is the temperature out? And he repeated it being 83. And I replied back, and I said, no, it's not 83, it's 62. And then he replied back he was sorry, that he would work on trying to get it right. He said, please forgive me, I'm trying to get it right. I'm like, it's hard to believe you're talking to a computer. Anyway, so that's it. So we're going to X out. So that's Copilot. This is the Edge browser, which I don't like. It's really strange. Edge replaced Internet Explorer browser. And Internet Explorer browser had up at the top, they had words like favorite, favorites, help, tools, whatever. So that's where I always went to my favorites. And I always liked Internet Explorer and I always used it. And then Edge browser got created, and then they took all that away and you can't put it back. I'm surprised that somebody hasn't figured out a little program they can throw in there to, but they haven't done it. And so I find it how should I say it, I won't say confusing, but you have to come up here to the three dots so that you can click on your favorites. Why do I have to click on two things to get the favorites? It used to be I could click on favorites up here and my favorites would appear in a drop-down list. But now I have to click on the three dots in order to go to favorites. I don't like that. Excuse me. So I don't use the Edge browser much at all. I use Firefox. Okay. So, and that's what this is, Firefox. I've been researching computers for my customers, so that's why this box is open. But like this is a tab here. That's what this little emblem is. I customize these for my customers when I set them up. I like having these icons over here on the right hand side on the Firefox. This is Mozilla Firefox browser, and I like having the words up here: the file, edit, view, history, bookmarks, tools, help. Bookmarks are favorites. They can't use the word favorites because it's patented by Microsoft, so they use the word bookmarks kind of way around it. But I use DuckDuckGo for my search engine. Not always, but sometimes. They got the temperature right, 41 degrees here in Springfield. But anyway, I like the Yahoo search engine. I think we talked about that in a previous video. I like it better than any other search engine that I've used, and that's why my search engine is Yahoo, why my start page is Yahoo. So if I went to home here, it would take us to Yahoo, because I like it. Now, Verizon bought Yahoo, so they're changing things. I don't know if you know this or not, but Verizon bought AOL, and folks have been having major problems with AOL not opening up for them. It's because someone's hacked AOL and brought them down. How long will it be off? It might be up now. I don't know. But when we tried to call tech support for one of my customers, we were going to be on hold for a couple hours, which is ridiculous. And so, needless to say, we hung up. You just got to wait it out. I mean, when it works, it works. And I'm positive they're working on a fix. But I've seen Verizon do some crazy things lately. And so, anyway, good luck. You're going to need it. So, that's Mozilla Firefox. This is your filing cabinet, this manila folder. This is everything that's on your computer. Every single folder, every single file is stored in Windows Explorer. That's what that manila folder is down here on your taskbar. Next to this is the Microsoft Store. Because Microsoft created the operating system, that's why the store is here on your taskbar. When you click it, it comes up here and opens up. Now, they have games you can buy. They have games. This game here is $29.99. This game here is $49.99. But they got a lot of free games. So if you go up here in the search bar and if you type in free games and press enter, it will list, I mean, thousands and thousands of free games. I mean, look at this. It's crazy. I mean, all kinds. You name it. My wife liked this hidden object game. I'm not a big fan of it. I like the race car games, but like this one here, for example, I own it. That's why it says owned. But the problem is that here's why they give you these games for free. You can be competitive against other people on the internet, so you can race against other people. But in order to sometimes, I mean, at first you win, okay? Usually you win. And so then the next time you race, you think you're going to win and you lose. Well, the reason why you lost is because maybe your engine in your car isn't as beefed up as it should be. Well, so what they want to do is they want to sell you a better engine, and in order they sell you coins. So, like for example, just off the top of my head, you get 20 coins for say $2. So it's like, oh, for 20 coins I could upgrade my engine. I might be able to beat the next person. So you beef up your engine, you pay the $2, and you get your 20 coins, and say it costs 10 coins to beef up your engine, and maybe another 10 coins to put on better tires. Okay? Well, then you race somebody and you beat them. And then the next time you race somebody, you beat them again. It's like, all right, you're on a roll. And the next time you race somebody, you beat them again. It's like, yay! So then you play another game and you lose. Well, you lost because your engine's not big enough. It's like, wait a minute, I was winning. Yeah, but you're going against somebody that's got a better motor, a faster motor. That's when they offer you more coins for sale. So it's really easy to get wrapped up into it and spend more money, and that's what they want you to do. Not this game, but some other game. I can't even remember the name of it now. But I had to have fireballs in order to advance in the game, and I got all the way to where I was 3 from winning the game, and I was out of fireballs. And so I finally broke down. I bought some fireballs, like maybe 500 fireballs for 20 bucks. Well, then I got to like almost the end, one more to go to the end, and I was out of fireballs. And so I bought $20 more worth of fireballs, and I made it up all the way to the very end. And then I looked back and I had $40 tied up in this free game. So it's easy to do, so be aware of that. But initially the game is free. You can see I got this one too. I like some of the race car games. I haven't played them in a long time, because like everything else, you play it for a while and then eventually you quit playing it. You know, I mean, I've played the casino games until I get tired of the same thing over and over again. And so, but like I said, I mean, all these are free. You can buy them, but they got, just like I said, look at this, thousands and thousands of games for free. Anyway, that is through the Microsoft Store. You can also get programs in here, for some for free. Let's see. We'll put programs and we'll see what they have. Yeah, so see, a lot of this is free. Free programs, free. But they also sell them as well. I'll be quiet here so you can read some of these. I mean, they just got thousands of them. We'll go up here and see if they have a total. I don't see a total. But anyway, you get the drift. So this is the Microsoft Store. I'm going to close it, and it's down here on your taskbar, right there, Microsoft Store. The next one is Thunderbird email program. Now, most of you have a web-based email program, and I do too, but it's so slow to get in there and do things, and they've got their ads everywhere, on the right-hand side, on the top, in between the emails that you receive, at the bottom. Oh man, I just can't stand the ads, so I use Thunderbird. Thunderbird was created originally by Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, and then a couple of the, I think 4 of the guys broke away from Firefox and started, they just only do Thunderbird. And now they'd like for you to donate to it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But it's free otherwise, and it doesn't have all the ads. I don't get any ads at all. I mean, yes, I get spam sometimes, but if you in your inbox, never unsubscribe to anything. Never, because that proves that your email is legit, and then they will sell it to every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there. Never unsubscribe. You're better off marking it as spam. Okay? So in the spam folder of Thunderbird, I have very little, because I have taken the time to mark whatever comes in my inbox as spam. Very, very little comes into my inbox that is not spam. Very little. So I've done a good job. You're teaching your email program to block the spam when you mark them as spam. If you just mark them to delete, they'll just delete, go in the trash can, and they'll come back into your inbox. Take the time to mark them as spam, and then mark them as spam, delete them. The next time they won't go into your inbox, they'll go into your spam folder. But you do need to check your spam folder for, it's easy to get somebody in the spam folder that you don't want. because sometimes you got thousands and thousands, and you just start marking stuff and you throw it in spam. Next thing you know, you mark me. Now all of a sudden Call Keith is in the spam folder. To get me out, you need to click on it, and then it gives you an option. I think if you right click on it, it should give you an option to remove from the spam, or say it's not spam, and it'll put that person back into the inbox. But anyway, that's what Thunderbird is, and I use it for my Hotmail account. And then this one here is Microsoft Mail, which I absolutely hate. It is so slow, and they do get ads in there, and I don't like that. And I use it for Comcast. That's my fun account, but that's all I use it for. And it's hard for me to even use it because of the ads. It's just every day there's ads in there. Just anyway, moving on. This one here is Paint Shop Pro 7. It's how I'm able to take a picture like this and put something like this on top of the computer screen. I love it. I've used it for years. It came all the way from Hastings, England. I got to talking to somebody over there. Next thing you know, they sent me a bunch of stuff from Hastings, England, including this program, Paint Shop Pro 7. It's a great program. I love it. I hope it will install in my Windows 11 computer. I haven't attempted that yet because I've been so busy with work. But one of these days I'm going to try to get it installed and see if it'll work. I hope it does. This here's Notepad. I use Notepad all the time. Excuse me. Notepad is obviously it's blank right now, but like especially if I'm listening to music and I want to share it with the people in my fun email address, then I can put the title of the song up there. I can put the link to the song there, and then I copy it and I click on my fun email account, and then I send that out to my customers. A lot of times I'll research the artist. Sometimes it's an artist I've never heard of before, and I'll research that artist, and then I'll go to the Yahoo search engine and research them, and then find some information about them, maybe even a picture about them, and I'll do that all in Notepad except for the picture. I have to save it to a folder on my desktop or in my computer. But anyway, I showed you the other day how to copy and paste. You can use Notepad to do that with. Like if you had the word hello, let's see, hello, how are you? Okay, so let's say you wanted to copy that. Again, if you've never copied and pasted, you can do it from the back or you can do it from the front. It doesn't matter. But it's really easy to do once you know how to do it, but very difficult if you don't know how to do it. But this is how you do it. You left click your mouse button and hold it down. I'm holding my left mouse button down, and I'm moving it over this here. See how it turns it blue? Okay. And I get to the end and I let go. I let go of the mouse. I'm not holding the mouse button down. Then you take and you see how the mouse button is no longer an arrow, now it's an eye. Okay, so you put that eye on top of the blue, that's called a highlight, and you right click your mouse, and then that will open a pop-up box to give you the ability to click on things, and we want to click on copy. So I just see how I moved the mouse arrow and it went from an arrow, it was an eye, and it went to an arrow. So we're going to left click on copy. Now it's in the mouse's memory, and how do we know that? So I clicked here at the end to make that go away, and then you come down here. I just come down a couple clicks. If you right click your mouse, it opens this pop-up box. You can left click on paste. See? Click down a couple more, right click. It's still in the mouse's memory until you replace it, and then you can left click on paste. Right? So let's just do hello. Okay, so we're going to come over here We'll be at the front of it now. So I'm going to left click my mouse. See how it's flashing in the front there? I'm going to left click my mouse. I'm going to hold my left mouse button down. I'm going to just go to hello. I'm not going to do the rest. See how it turned it to an I, the arrow? Okay, so I'm not touching the mouse, but I'm going to take that arrow back up to that I, back up to the highlighted area, hello. I'm going to right click my mouse, which opens a pop-up box, and I'm going to left click on copy. Okay, now I'm going to go to the end of it. I left click my mouse, and I'm going to click the enter button a couple times to go down so it's not all smashed up together. And I'm going to right click my mouse, which opens a pop-up box. I'm going to left click on paste, and it will paste the word hello there. See? So if I did it again, right click and paste, it would be hello, hello. No spaces. See, we didn't space that. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so we just want to space it, right? Let's do another hello. We'll do another hello, 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 right? Let's say we want to do the whole thing again. So we're here at the end. We can left click and hold the mouse arrow and highlight it. Stop. Let go of the mouse arrow. Then we can pick an area here, anything in the blue, with the mouse I. Right click, opens a pop-up box. Left click on copy. Go to the end of it and click the mouse. Press enter 2 times because we want a space. Right click your mouse. Opens this pop-up box. Left click on paste. Hello, hello, hello. Easy, huh? Easy once you know how to do it. I just spaced that out. We'll do it again. Hello, 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 hello. Easy, huh? Okay, we're getting sidetracked here, but while we got this, I'm also going to show you how to use your keyboard. I showed you that the other day. I'm going to show it to you again. Okay? So we're going to highlight back over here, hello, hello, and we're only going to do these 3. Alright, we're going to stop right here. I'm holding the left mouse button down, but now I'm going to let go. Okay? Now, we're not going to use the mouse for this. Okay? We're not using the mouse. Hold down the control key, bottom left hand corner of your keyboard, and press the letter C on your keyboard. The letter C. Okay? Now we just copied hello, hello, hello using the keyboard, not the mouse. Okay? But now we're going to click the mouse at the end here, okay, just to get the highlight to go away, and we're going to press the enter a couple times to get it away from the top there. Now we're not going to use the mouse. Now we're going to use the keyboard. We're going to hold down the control key and press the letter V as in victory. See? Hello, hello, hello. Alright, so I'm going to space it again. It's still in the mouse's memory. We're going to hold down the control key and the V, the letter V as in victory. Hello, 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 hello. Isn't that cool? Now, why don't they use the letter P? Well, the letter P stands for print. That's why they don't use the letter P. They use the letter V. And it's right next to C. Alright, I'm going to close that. That's Notepad. That's what I use Notepad for. No, I don't want to save it. Okay, moving along. This is Microsoft Word 2007. I like it. I've been using it for years. Am I going to get Microsoft Office 365? I am not. Am I going to try to put Office 2007 on my Windows 11 computer? I don't know. It's not secure anymore, so I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it. We'll see. Next to that this is Nero. It is a CD burning program. I use this all the time to burn CDs. Super easy to use. Programs for me, believe me when I say this, I don't have good luck with some programs, but some programs, they just are easy. They just come to me and they're just easy to use. And like I go here to the gold star, I didn't click it, and if I wanted to burn a CD, I would click here on make an audio CD, and I would left click it, and then that would open up a box, this box here, and I could add music, a song or whatever, to it. And when I got all through, I'd click next and it would burn it to a CD. So the new computers that you're buying nowadays, to close this, you X out. The new computers, most of them don't have CD-ROMs, so they don't have CD burners in them. They're getting away from them. And even if you bought a new car, they don't have CD players in them, very rarely. My 2002 truck does have a CD player, and it went bad and I had to replace it. But yeah, most of them don't have CD players. My wife bought a new 2017 car back in 2017, no CD player. Had a whole bunch of music CDs to play and no way to do it. And I was really surprised when I took it to these custom places here on Dirksen Parkway near where I live, to see if they would put in a CD player mounted in the bottom of the dashboard. And I was really surprised that they said no, they can't do it because they don't make a wiring harness for it. I said, well, make one. I mean, that's what you do. You customize everything. And they're like, you can't make a wiring harness. That surprised me when they said that. It surprises me to even say that still. I would have thought they could have made it, but I guess not. Anyway, that's what that program is. This is the calculator. I use it a lot. I count on my fingers, but it's easier to use a calculator. How do you get to the calculator? Okay, so you click on Start, and you go to All Programs, and it's an app. The calculator is an app, so it's right here under Apps. See, Apps, Calculator. And then once I created the shortcut, I think you can right-click your mouse and create shortcut, and it creates it on your desktop. And once it's on your desktop, you can drag it to your taskbar. So I use it frequently. This is a snipping tool. So this is kind of weird. I don't know if I'll be able to use it here or not. But this is like using a pair of scissors. And in Windows 11, I think they might still have this. They're trying to get everybody to go to their chimp. I don't like it at all. But anyway, this is the snipping tool. Here, I'll show you what it does. If you click New, it will turn the whole screen like this, blue, kind of hazy color. Let's say I just wanted to cut this out, this part out here. See how it made it into an X, sort of? So we can, let's say I just want to cut out Keith. So I'm left clicking the mouse arrow on this. I'm holding my left mouse button down. And now I'm going to let go and see how it returns that screen to its normal color. And now I just cut out that part. And then I can come up here to File and save it as. Never click Save, because Save will override something. I always use Save As. You can rename it like to whatever, called Keith Classroom sign. And then you can place it wherever you want to place it on your hard drive, and then hit save, and then it'll save it to your computer's hard drive. That's how I use this snipping tool. No, I don't want to save it. Okay, so that's a snipping tool. This is a game I play. It's a bubble game. You have to get 3. It takes, in order to make the bubbles disappear, you have to, well, here, I'll click it so you can see it. You should be able to see it, I think. So it's a bubble shooter. So, like, you have to have 3 in a row, so if I shoot this, it doesn't disappear unless I have another yellow one, which is the next one up. But like this one here, if I left click the mouse, it makes those go away, see? Now I can make these go away. Now this is more than 3, so I can make all this go away. So the object of the game is not really the score. My highest score is 323,860, but that's really not the object of the game to get a high score. The object of the game is to get the lowest score possible, and it's hard to do. Really hard to do. So anyway, as you I'll do this for just a little bit so that you can see. The whole screen will move down out of the blue. It'll just move down. See if I can get it to do it. There, see how it moved down? And when it gets down to this area here where you can't hardly make a shot, you're dead. It won't let you go any further. It'll kill you. Man, it's killed me a lot, let me tell you. So it's a fun game. I mean, like when you get to this, you need to shoot it off the corner, and that's kind of hard to do. I got lucky there. Like here, got to get off to the side and shoot it. Like here, I won't be able to get in there, but you try to get in there. I try to aim it down and see, it'll go right there. So anyway, you get the drift. That is the bubble game, and then this is a race car game. I won't even show you it. It's one I bought called Crash Day. It's fun to play. This is my Wondershare. I'm using Wondershare in order to create what you see. I had to buy the program. So it lets me record my computer screen. And then this here is this is a free YouTube downloader. It's not actually free. What it does is it's a converter. So I can go to YouTube and I can listen to somebody else's music posting, and then I can right click on the screen and it opens a pop-up box. Let me see if I can show you. Kind of hard to do. Let me show you here. Let me go to YouTube. Yeah, let me go to YouTube. Alright, so this is a music video, okay, and so I want to right click my mouse on it, which opens a pop-up box. This is using the Firefox browser, and I want to left click on copy video URL. Now it's in the mouse's memory, right? Now we're going to go back to this program. We're going to open this program. Close this because I don't need it anymore. I'm going to close that. So I'm going to get this program to open. Come on. There it is. Okay, so I had to buy this program. Well, you don't have to buy the program, but man, if you don't buy the program, it's super slow to get anything to convert. YouTubes are created using MP4. You can't burn an MP4. You can burn an MP4 to a disc, but you can't play an MP4 in a CD player. It only plays CDAs, which is what original music comes in that you buy at the store, or it'll play MP3, but it won't play MP4. So remember, it's in the mouse's memory, right? So we're going to click on paste. We're pasting it into this program, and if I wanted to transfer it from MP4 to MP3, I would click this arrow here, and right here is where it will download it to my computer, and it will also convert it from an MP4 to an MP3. And because I paid for it, I paid for this program all the way back in 2019, it will do it at a relatively fast pace. But the program is not flawless. It does have issues every now and then, but I'm telling you what, these people bend over backwards to fix the problem that gets created. I really think what happens is that YouTube finds that these programs are doing this, and then they change something, and now this program errors out and it can't do the change. So then they have to fix. See, it's done. It's done now. So yeah, so it's done. It's converted. If I went to the file folder here, oh, as you can see, wow, lots of videos, lots of stuff. Anyway, lots of stuff on Keith's computer. So anyway, if I wanted to play it, I could play it. So that's how you do that. And then this here is this picture that you see right here, because I'm covering up my main desktop picture because I have lots and lots of shortcuts on my desktop, sort of like what you're seeing down here on my taskbar, because I use these things almost every day when I'm using the computer. And then from all this whole thing here is programs that are running on my computer in the background. Everything here, unless I've got it open, is not really running on my computer. It's just sitting there waiting for me to open it, so it's not running. Wondershare is running because I'm doing the recording. Okay, that was Wondershare, by the way. And then Firefox is, because it's underlined, see where it's underlined? Firefox is open on my computer because I was researching computers for my customers, trying to find a good deal on all-in-ones. And they're high dollar, boy, they are high dollar. It might be a nice thing to have, but wow. Anyway, so what this is down here, this microphone, obviously, this is part of Wondershare. This is Windows Security. It should always be a white shield with a green circle and a white check mark. If it's ever orange, it means there's a problem and you need to click it. It opens up big, and then it will tell you what's wrong and you need to fix it, because that's security for your computer. This here is my graphics, how I see the computer screen. You can tell I have a hard time seeing the computer screens, so I have mine blown up pretty big, and I have a 32-inch monitor, so I love it. And so things are bigger so that I can see them and I don't struggle. When I go to my customers' houses, some of their sizes are very small, and I have such a hard time of seeing them because of the stigmatism that I have in my left eye. Anyway, the next one is AVG virus protection. It should always be yellow, blue, green, red square. If it's ever got something on top of it, something yellow or blue or red, you really need to click it and see what's going on, because it means there's something wrong. Okay, so you can click it big. I use the free version of AVG, and I've used it for years, and I've never had an issue with it. I've never had it let me down. The two things I get for free are over here. Everything down here costs money. All these things here cost money, and they're scare tactics. So I do not do those, and I've been using AVG now for years. I didn't start out using AVG. I used McAfee when it was free, but then they started charging like $70 a year, and they have a lot of stuff in there that I didn't like. So anyway, I've been using AVG for free for years. And then this is my internet access, and this is to be able to, I never used this, to be able to safely remove something you stick into your USB port. I've never lost anything off of a flash drive, and I've never used it. Okay, this is my click-free backup device. They don't make click-free anymore, which is a shame. It's a wonderful backup device. They're making these new click-free USB things, but they're super expensive, and I don't know of anybody that's bought one, and I don't recommend them because they're so expensive. This is the Bluetooth. I have a Bluetooth speaker that a lot of times when the weather is nice, which hasn't been nice lately, when I finally go outside and I can sit at my fire pit and have a fire out there, I will take sometimes a portable speaker out there, and I'll take some of the songs that I download off the internet and I'll put it in a special folder called Outside Music, and then I will highlight them all and I'll play them in Windows Media Player, and that Bluetooth this Bluetooth speaker, I can play it outside. I can take it with me outside as it's playing on my computer, and I can hear the music outside at my patio. And then of course the speaker for the speakers that I have on my computer, the volume control basically, and it's got the equalizer there too, and then the date and time. And then in Windows 10 it has this little square box which opens up the big black box that gives you choices. So in Windows 11 it's a bell, and if you click it, it does not give you a big black box, but it gives you a short box. I don't understand the purpose of it, really. There's other ways to get into things other than clicking on that bell. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But anyway, that's my story today. I wanted to explain to you what all these things were on my taskbar at the bottom of the screen. You can drag stuff there too. This is stuff that I use on a regular basis. This is what I have down here. When I set up my Windows 11 computer, I started setting it up the other day. I don't have it online yet, but I'm getting there. I've been so busy with work lately. Thank you so much for the work. I really, really appreciate it. God bless, and we'll see you on the